Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss another poem of William Shakespeare, and the name of that poem is Not Marble Nor the Gilded Monuments. Gilded, not marble. Marble, you know that marble is a stone. Nor gilded, Gilded. Gilded means made of gold. Monuments, monuments are the historical buildings, the ancient buildings, the palace, the forts, the all historical buildings come under the category of monuments. In Hindi, we call it Smarak. So look at the title: not marble, and not the nor the gilded monuments. Now, the poet. This is another poem in which the poet tells us some importance of literature and the status of literature. He tells us in this poem, through this poem. So this poem, the poem is this poem celebrates the immortality, that the literature, the poetry is eternal. Eternal means it is everlasting. The immortality which words can provide to human life, defying both time and death. And this is the main thing, that the importance of literature is this, that it is not limited within time, or you can say the death. In other words, literature is enjoyed in every age and period. So there is no doubt in it, because we are reading literature of olden times. And look at the example of Shakespeare. He wrote these poems 500 years ago, and we are enjoying today. While all the things of the world are subject to decay. So this is the essential characteristics of things, that after some times the process of disintegration, the process of decay starts. Literature or poetry is refined through the passing of time. It is different. As the time passes, the literature becomes more important, and the new meaning and new dimensions are added in the poem or in the art. You can say that. You have must have heard that the picture made by Leonardo da Vinci of Mona Lisa is discussed today also, because the shades and the look of that picture even inspires today. They are speculating, they are trying to define, to give new meanings in that picture. So the literature is immortal. So this is the introduction of the poem. Now the poem begins with the universal fact that poetry or literature is more enduring, it endures and everlasting than the historical monuments made by the kings, which are either of gold or other valuable material. The poet puts this thesis in the beginning of the poem, that literature is more powerful and literature is more everlasting, immortal than the buildings, than the monuments built by the kings, which are either of gold or other valuable material. The poet points out this fact emphatically, that after passage of time, the monuments which are made either of gold or other valuable material lose its shine. With the passage of time, the process of disintegration, the process of decay starts, and after some times, these monuments lose their shining quality, and the process of deterioration starts. The poet refers time as a sluttish, slut, S-L-U-T, slut, and the word is here used is sluttish time in the poem. Thou unswept stone besmeared with sluttish time. Now, the sluttish, the word is is made of from the word slut, which means dirty and immoral woman. Normally, the word slut, S-L-U-T, slut, is used for a woman who is dirty and immoral. But here it is used in the sense of dirty and neglected, because these monuments, with the passage of times, are become dirty and they are neglected. They are not look so tidy. The poet wants to say that that as sluttish woman is not loyal, she is not faithful. Similarly, time favors to none. Time do not favors to anyone. It keeps on moving on its fixed course. The time never stops to anyone, and it keeps on moving on its usual course. In this context, the poet also points out that when the war begins, many statues and monuments are overturned, they are destroyed, they are disfigured, and they are destroyed. When the Roman war of God, yes, sometimes the war is declared, you know that how much destruction took place when the war is starts or begin. Now, similarly, great loss is occurred when civil war starts within the, look at in Assam and in Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, a lot of historical monuments are destroyed due to the gunfire, due to the cross-firing. The civil war, so that is the civil war starts. Great works of masonry. Masonry means made of a stone, that is historical monuments, are root out due to the turmoil. In that struggle, they are rooted out, they are destroyed, totally destroyed. But nor Mars of God, Mars of sword, that is Roman god of war, nor the fireballs used in the war can destroy the living record of his friend's memory. What does the poet want to say? That neither the war nor the civil war nor the fireballs can destroy the living record of his friend's memory, because in other words he wants to say that the poetry survives the literature, the poems, the writing which the poet has written. It survives in every condition, whatever the condition, whether it is suitable or not suitable, whether it is peace or it is the time of war, but the literature survives in every condition. The poet wants to say that great work of monuments are subject to decay, but his verse, his poetry written in praise of his friends is everlasting. Time cannot affect it, time cannot destroy it. It is beyond the process of decay. So the literature, the poetry is beyond that process. It is the quality of poetry that in every age and period new meanings and dimensions are added in it. Not only that, it is not removed, it is destroyed, and it is not static. Static means it is not fixed. But what happens that new meanings, new dimensions comes out when you read the poems in every condition, in every period, in every country. You find it suitable in that environment. The passage of time makes it more refined and meaningful. This is the quality of universal literature. Uh, So that he is advocating, that he is praising in this poem. So this is the first part of the poem in which Shakespeare puts this theme very emphatically, that the monuments which are made of either of gold or any other valuable materials, they are neglected, they become dirty after some times, and more importantly, after a certain period, the process of disintegration, the process of decay starts in that, and the time which he refers as a slut does not favor. But in comparison to it, the poems, the writing, the poetry which he has written in praise of his friend would not be affected, would not be changed, would not become useless after the passage of time. But rather, he says that as the time progresses, new meanings and new dimensions are added in it. I hope that we would continue to discuss the poem in the next lecture also. So keep on watching the videos. Thank you.